Hello, Assalamu Alaykum, and good day. Welcome to Magsinūg kita. Let's Speak Sinug, a series of online lessons by yours truly, Dr. Ahmad, also known as Tausūg101. From Tausūg101, learn Sinug and anything Tausug. This is going to be our second lesson for this series. For those who haven't watched the first lesson, you can go to the link in the descriptions below or the link here above, or you can visit www.tinyurl.com/msklessons to download the files. Magsinūg kita is supposed to be a live online sharing or discussion about the Bahasa. We started last September 5, 2020 with our first lesson. Again, I am very much thankful to those who attended our first lesson, Magsukul. And again, this is our second lesson. I know it is supposed to be a live lesson with interaction. This time, unfortunately, I will be on hospital duty, so I won't be able to conduct a live lesson. So I decided to just record this lesson for today. Again, welcome to our online sharing about the Sinug language. My name is Ahmad, and this is Tausug101, Learn Sinug and anything Tausug. So before we begin, again, get a notebook. It is best if you have your own separate notebook for these lessons so that you can jot down, take down notes, write down some new words. It will really help. For those who haven't watched the first lesson, you can check it here on our YouTube channel. You can also download our lessons and vocabulary worksheets in our download link stated here. Okay, ready? Let's go. Soon kita. HISIYU SIYA. Who is he or who is she? So first is the question HISIYU. HISIYU is the equivalent of the English question who. So when do we use this question? We use this when we're asking about a person and not an object. No? Compare it to the first question that we learned in the first lesson. UNU. UNU is the equivalent of the English what, which is used only when we are referring to objects. So when we want to refer to persons, we use HISIYU. UNU, HISIYU. Okay, let's dissect. HISIYU SIYA. So again, HISIYU is the interrogative who, and SIYA. SIYA is a nominative pronoun, which is the equivalent of the English word he or she. Why is it or? Because in the Sinug language, pronouns usually do not have a specific gender. So it can be used both for male or female. So we have no masculine or feminine forms of the pronouns. So SIYA is a third person singular pronoun, he or she. It is the same with the Tagalog word siya or siya. Same. So HISIYU SIYA, who is he or she? So we reply with SIYA he Omar. He is Omar, or simply by saying he Omar. It's Omar. So yeah. So the pattern here is you mention the pronoun SIYA, he, and the name of the person, which is in here, it is Omar. So let's dissect. Again, SIYA is a nominative pronoun. We already discussed that earlier. And Omar is the name of person. And what is he? He is a topic identifier for persons. It has the same role with the article in, which is the equivalent of the English the. But he and the plural form hinda, we will discuss this later, they are both used only for persons, just like HISIYU. So we use he or hinda for persons and never to be used when referring to objects. It has no counterpart in English. This is quite unique. It is a singular form. The plural form is hinda. Again, it is a topic identifier for persons, proper names. So we say SIYA, he, Omar. So he is Omar. So we can also use this with the females. Sinug language uses the same pronouns. SIYA, he, Fatima. Or simply he, Fatima. Just like earlier, instead of SIYA, he, Omar, we say SIYA, he, Fatima. it is Fatima. We use the same pattern. Oops. Next. Now we change the pronoun siya to in ini. Remember these two sets of words? In is the equivalent of the English the, and ini is the locative declension this. Remember, review our lessons on locative declensions. We have 4: ini, yan, yaon, and yatu. So in ini means this, he Fatima, this is Fatima, or ini hi Fatima, this is ini hi Fatima, this is Fatima. Again, this is he is an identifier, topic identifier of persons, which in this statement is Fatima. As I said, in ini hi Fatima. Again, in is a topic, in is the topic identifier article the. Ini is a locator, which means this. It means very near to speaker. Okay, let's take a break because there's a helicopter coming. Yeah, welcome to Sulu. And he is a topic identifier for persons, which is Fatima. So this is Fatima. Let's review again. Let's review our first lesson, which is the locative declensions ini, yan, yaon, and yatu. So when you ask HISIYU INI, it means who is this? The reply is in ini hi Fatima. So this is Fatima. Then HISIYU yan, who is that? Yan is that. Remember, ini is used when the subject or the object is very close to the first person. Yan is close to the second person, near to the second person but far from the first person. Yaon is relatively far from both, and yatu is very far. HISIYU yan, who is that? In yan, hi Omar, that is Omar. HISIYU yaon, so again, who is that one? In yaon, hi Ahmad, that is Ahmad. HISIYU yatu, so that means it's very far. In yatu, hi Malik, that one is Malik. Again, the chopper is coming, passing by. Moving on. Adding adjectives, creating simple sentences. Next. So when we add adjectives, when we create simple sentences, we just follow this these examples. Look at this. Hi Umar malanjang. Okay, we have Umar as the topic, and because it is a person, he is a person, of course, so we use the identifier he Umar. Then we add the adjective malanjang. Malanjang is tall. Hi Umar malanjang. Umar is tall. Or we have another form wherein we first mention the adjective malanjang and then we state the subject, which is hi Umar. So we just swap them. This. Thanks. So simple sentences are constructed with this kind of just like we had in our example earlier. Here are the rules. The identifier he must always precede the subject or the topic, which is a person. Always. Wherever the subject goes, the identifier he must always precede it. Okay? And the predicate or the adjective in our example can be placed before or after the subject and the identifier he. So let's look at this example. So when the form wherein the subject, the adjective is placed after the subject, so we have he, the person, and then the adjective. Just like with our example earlier, he Umar malanjang. Umar is tall. So hi Umar, again, the identifier must always precede the person, which is Umar, and then the top. The predicate, the adjective, malanjang. Umar, hi Umar malanjang. Umar is tall. And when the adjective, again, the adjective can also be placed before the subject or the topic. So just like in this example, the adjective or the predicate precedes the topic, so they are mentioned first, and then he, and then the name of the person or the subject. So let's look at these examples. So form 1, this is the first form, he, person, adjective. And the second form, we have adjective, he, then the subject or the person. We just swap. So the examples we have earlier, he Umar malanjang. Umar is tall, or you say malanjang he Umar. Okay, naming the same thing. Umar is tall. These two examples are both acceptable in the Sinug language. Hi Umar malanjang, malanjang hi Umar. Next, hi Fatima malingkat. Malingkat is the adjective, the word beautiful. Fatima malingkat. Malingkat hi Fatima. Observe that the identifier he will always precede the person, which is Fatima. Again, here, it will always precede. It will always precede the name of the person. Hi Fatima malingkat, or malingkat hi Fatima. Another example, we have hi ama makusug. Okay, hi ama makusug. Ama is the word, the English ama is the word for the English word father, and makusug is strong. Hi ama makusug. So again, the person and the identifier he. The identifier he will always precede. It is always written before the person. Okay, before the person. Hi ama makusug. Makusug hi ama. Okay. So there you have it. So try to use this, what we learned here, with more Sinug words that you know. So practice with the Sinug words you have learned. Download the vocabulary sheet if you haven't downloaded it yet. You can check it in this link. It's an Excel file or a Google sheet wherein you can check every week, because we update this sheet every week. We also have audio files downloaded for the correct pronunciations of each words in the list. Okay. So let's practice. So we have again he for singular names or persons, and we have the following subjects, persons. We have Ina, mother, Ama, a father, and Ahmad and Umar are names of persons. And we have the following adjectives: lingkat, beautiful; makusug, strong; makayug, thin; malanjang, Umar. So how do we say it? We say hi Ina malingkat. What does it mean in English? So mother is beautiful. Hi ama makusug. Father is strong, or we can say makusug hi ama. You can swap this one. Makayug hi Ahmad. Ahmad is thin, or hi Ahmad makayug. Ahmad is thin. It means the same thing. And our example earlier, malanjang hi Umar. Umar is tall. Okay, very good.